In part one of this series, we met 7 migrants as they crossed the U.S. border at El Paso, Texas. They walked casually into U.S. territory to present themselves to authorities and seek asylum. I handed one of them my business card before the next and most uncertain part of his journey and asked him to reach out should he be released in the U.S. Just 5 days later, I received this message over the WhatsApp message service. When I crossed the border at El Paso, Texas, you told me to call. I would like to communicate with you soon. Thank you. My name is Douglas Alvarado. Less than a week, and Douglas and his daughter had already made it to Southern California. I asked him about what happened once I lost sight of them on their way to be processed.
I arrived around 2 in the afternoon to immigration, and they took me out of there the next day at 6 in the morning to move me.
He comforted his daughter throughout those 16 hours.
She would ask, "Dad, what are we doing here? Dad, why are we here? And what are they going to do to us here? What are we going to do?" she would say. And I would tell her, "Well, my love, here we are following the rules so that they will let us enter."
And then what happened?
They then took us to a shelter in El Paso, Texas, where they received us. The people there are very giving, people who I thank God for because they gave us food and a place to shower.
A Dios agradezco primeramente porque nos dieron de comer, nos dieron un lugar donde bañarnos.
¿Cómo fue el primer baño?
Ya, rico.
Amazing. So many days without showering.
None of those days were easy. First, there was the departure from Guatemala to Mexico in cars.
Un carro nos recogió.
A car picked us up, put us in the trunk, and we crossed quickly through Mexico.
Y cruzamos México. Rápido.
Then trucks.
Camión.
A truck where they transport animals until we arrived in Mexico City.
A la ciudad de México.
A bus would then take them to the border city of Juarez. The journey had a hefty price tag, half up front.
Mi familia en Guatemala.
My family in Guatemala were the ones in charge of depositing.
And the balance on arrival.
Ya estando en la frontera,
At the border, we paid the rest of the money.
dinero para podernos cruzar.
Were there times during the trip that you cried?
Seeing my daughter suffer, it was the hardest.
Es lo más doloroso.
He insists that this is driven by leaving a bad situation.
No, obviamente hay personas.
There are some people who have the American dream and come to make money.
Como todos lo llaman, hacer vida o hacer dinero.
I asked Douglas about Donald Trump and many of his supporters.
Uno de que venimos a este país.
We come to this country to fight, to work, to try to serve them and not to rob or beg. We are people that know how to work. We've been taught how to work, and I don't understand the part where they don't want us here.
Somos personas que sabemos trabajar, que nos han enseñado a trabajar. Y no entiendo la parte del que no quieran que estemos acá.
He told me about his hardest day.
El día que partimos.
The day we split, it was the hardest day because my heart stayed there. Half of my heart stayed there with my family.
Y la mitad de mi corazón se quedó allá con mi familia.
And their hearts are with him. Douglas shared video of his family and his village celebrating once news of his arrival in the U.S. hit home. As relieved as he is to finally be in California, his American dream resides in the court system.
It looks pretty, but not for me because I don't have the permission to be here yet.
What were your dreams of coming to the United States?
Poder traer a mis hijos.
To be able to bring my kids and my wife over here and to have a better life. To work before anything else, because in this life I've realized in greatness there must be sacrifice.
But Douglas Alvarado and his daughter press on because the journey was never their destination.